What's up everybody, it's your boy Seth. I am getting ready to head out to Bentonville to get geared up for the Amped Electric Games. Come and check out what I've got prepared. I'm actually bringing 4 wheels with me. I've got the Monster Pro here. Top speed on that guy's around like 55. This guy is the EXN. Top speed on this guy's around 50. And then I've got 2 RSs. So while these 2 are my basically like my Harleys or my road UCs, these 2 are going to be more of my dirt bike UCs. I do, as you can see, like the treaded tires, but these guys are going to be the ones that I'm taking on the jumps and things. And the reason for that is because they're so much lighter. I've got a spare shell there. I've got all my pads. I've got some Clark pads there. As you can see underneath, I've got my ramp. Alright guys, we've been driving all night. It was about 10, so it's been about 12 hours, 11 hours, or 750 some odd miles. Though I don't mind it too much. So I'm rolling up on the bike in here. We're number 5. That's this spot here. Got a little climate control system here. EUC sleep repeat, that's what I like to say here. But guys, this bathroom is really schwanky. Check this out. That floor tile. Look at that, that's so nice. Non-slip. Matte finish, I like that. It's the little things, guys, it's the little things. Alright guys, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty tired. I was driving for about 12 hours. Let me get this truck unloaded and then it's gonna be time for bed. It's been fun. I got a huge day tomorrow. So this is a little embarrassing to admit. I remembered 20 different sizes of Allen wrenches, and I brought an extra controller for a wheel. I brought 4 unicycles. But I didn't bring any boxers. No boxers. There's some socks in here. And 1 pair of pants. But hey, I'm in Bentonville. Well, I got into Bentonville last night and it's raining. But that's fine because I have work to do. I have a lot of stuff to do. Going to be on a podcast today for the Bentonville Beacon. We're going to be talking all about the Amped Electric Games and its impact on the economy here in Bentonville. And so being a kind of a new industry that is really making some fast advances, and 2 years ago we couldn't do the things that we're doing on the electric unicycles now. So we're really very much on the cutting edge of the technology, and I think placing Bentonville on that cusp is going to put a lot of focus on Bentonville, and I think it'll be very beneficial for the businesses. That was a pretty fun interview. He threw some curveball questions for me that I wasn't really ready for, but I think it'll make for entertaining listening. I'm trying to hook up with Michael from Hellion Bikes. He's supposed to be having like a Wednesday night jam or Wednesday night. It's really like tight ramps, like, yeah. bright one. As you can see, it's not raining anymore. So being at the bike inn here, we're basically right on the main strip. What's kind of cool is that if you go from here, if you just take that road around the corner and straight down, you'll get to the Railyard in about 5 miles. If you go to the right from here, you'll get down to the fairgrounds. And that's where the Amped Electric Games is happening. So this is the bike inn. They've got a couple cottages out back, which is pretty cool. Out back, they also have a fire pit, which is cool, and logs and stuff. It's all ready to go. So yeah, after the podcast last night, I went over to Michael's house. Hellion bikes he makes from scratch. Took me through the process. Then he took me down in the basement and he showed me that he has a bowl down there. So I was riding the bowl a little bit. I didn't do too well on the bowl. Let's just leave it at that. But anyhow, he's a cool guy. He also has a bunch of jumps outside of his house, but it was raining and he said we needed to stay off of those for a few days until give it a chance to dry out, which I don't blame him at all. But he actually recommended that maybe I take a trip down All-American, which I thought would be a good idea for the folks that are coming to Amped Electric Games that don't necessarily want to do downhill extreme riding. There is an interconnecting trail that goes around basically all of the major areas and connects them, with the exception, I think, of one place where the dam has washed out. But they'll be fixing that. So I think you might have to divert onto the road at one point. But come with me, let's take a ride out on All-American. Alright everybody, so I picked up the stickers from the printers and now I'm over at the Railyard in Rogers. The Railyard is a BMX park. They've got a bunch of different areas here. This is probably one of my favorite places on earth, I have to say. I've got to give a shout out to my buddy Ed. What's up? Say hi, Ed. Hi, Ed. Ed's my local guide here and he's been showing me all the cool places to ride at. Just getting ready for the Amped Electric Game. I've had a rough week. It's time to go hit some jumps, so come on with me and let's go catch some air. I had an amazing day yesterday. It was super productive, I felt. And then last night, treated myself, went out to see Cherub. One of my favorite bands of all time. Also met up with them after the show and gave them a couple Amped Electric Games stickers and talked to them a little bit about possibly coming and playing for y'all in September. So that is really exciting. I was going to keep that a secret, but I guess you know now. So today I am, it's going to be raining a little bit later, so I want to make the most of my time by going and getting some film out at Kohler to show you guys some of the trails out there. Welcome to Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. This is where the Thunderdome is. Actually, that's going to be right over there in that corner. We've got a little pavilion area over here. We've got some charging and stuff. There's some bathrooms over there. There's a limited amount of parking here, but that should be fine because we're going to have a shuttle anyway. We will have a shuttle that runs from Amped Electric Games, both to Slaughter Pen, which is the other main trail area, and then also to Kohler Mountain. So we'll kind of do a loop between Kohler Mountain, Slaughter Pen, probably downtown and then the fairground. So I'm gonna get ready. I just saw some guys coming back off the trails. It has been raining here, but their bikes didn't look too muddy, so we might get lucky and be able to actually hit some trails and not just the scenic byways, which was kind of what I thought we were going to be doing today. It's not good to ride your wheels on the soft trails. It gouges them up and makes them rough. So that's the Thunderdome. It's closed. I figured it would be because it's so moist today. So we're gonna stick on to drier trails, probably head over to the hub, Oscar's Loop, and check that out. So that's the bottom of Thunderdome right there. That's gonna be the finish line, just coming right down into the stretch. Finish line.
Shane, let's get it! Yes, Shane! Right now!
And then the berm to bring it back home and then back up to the top. Alright guys, so I am here at the bottom of Oscar's. This is actually on the opposite side of the mountain to Thunderdome. See some folks coming in from Fireline. How was Fireline, guys?
Too much fun. It's the best.
It was the best?
I love it, man.
Alright, cool. Alright, so that's where we're going. We're gonna go hit Fireline. Maybe cease and desist if it's not closed. Oscar's Loop.
Not skilled enough for cease and desist.
I'm wondering if it's closed.
No.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay, cool. All right, I guess it's open. Let's go hit it. All right, so this one might look a little familiar to some of you guys. This is the road gap. Cease and desist. This is actually the bottom gap. All right, guys. So this is the place that we affectionately refer to as the hub. From the hub, there's two lines that go off the back. There's rock solid and rock soft. And then from the front here, so this is the hub, check it out. Hub, so if you take this path down, got this kicker. And then that goes over to cease and desist. And then from here also you can get to Fireline. So Fireline is off to the left there. So. Well, Kohler was off the hook this morning, as you can imagine. I hit drop the hammer for the first time. That's a big drop, the hammer. So yeah, I'm having the time of my life. This is great. Let's go back out to Kohler and get some more footage. Let's go. So I'm back here at Kohler. I went back to the hotel. I charged up. First thing that we'll do is we'll head down beside the Thunderdome, and then we'll go down alongside the airship. So this is me doing the walk of shame back to the car, guys. I had a MOSFET blow, and then I tried to turn the wheel on the controllers. The rest of the MOSFETs blew, so had the magic white smoke, which was never a good sign. So I'm gonna go back to the car. It's about a mile walk, maybe. Grab the EXN, and then come back and grab the wheel. Luckily, I brought an extra controller. I met some cool people today. Dustin and Shelby, they're one-wheelers from Tulsa. So I'm gonna meet up with them over at the Railyard once I get my wheel back up and running, or just get that other wheel back up and running. I don't know yet. I had a pretty hard fall. I think it's gonna start to rain here soon too, so might be the end of my day, guys. But it was a good one. It's always a good one, right? So when it rains, it pours, right, guys? Ran home, grabbed the XN, heading back. Wanted to beat the storm, wasn't paying attention. One of my tires slid off the road, and I ended up tearing, I think maybe the sidewall or the tread. I'm not sure. Something is torn on it. So luckily I have AAA. Alright guys, so I brought the broken controller here to RC Hobby Place in Rogers, Arkansas. As you can see, this place is pretty cool. They've got all kinds of RC cars. They got a little track in here. Whoa, nice! Well, here's the deal. So I do have a spare board. It has an XT60 connector. So I brought it here to see if they could swap it out for an XT90, which is what my battery jump pack has. Alright, so everybody seems really cool here. A guy named Steve, he doesn't even work here. He just started talking to him about electric unicycles and said he would help me out. He was able to just take the connector off of the old controller and put it onto the end of the new one. Got the controller connector swapped out at the local RC track. I put together a little video for them, for their club, just as a thank you, because they wouldn't take any money. So they were really nice. Yeah, don't be afraid to go into places, guys. Go into your local RC car place. You would be surprised. At the crossover, those guys know a lot about batteries. They know a lot about electrical stuff. So if you need help with this stuff, the forums are great and the Facebook is great, but nothing beats talking to somebody live. Motherboard onto the new heatsink, I'm going to need some thermal paste. So we're going to go over to Best Buy. Since I can't leave Bentonville, I might as well be riding my wheel. We won't be riding any trails today or probably tomorrow, just because it's so wet out. So it looks like the kit here on the left has more. Time to go wash all my new clothes, I guess. They had to buy it since I forgot my clothes here. Alright guys, I think all my side quests are complete. I have sandpaper, rubbing alcohol, and my tools to get this done. It's not the most convenient spot to work, but I think it'll do. Got a nice big table here. So we're in the laundromat, but I think it's fine. So let's get to work. Alright, so here's the deal. So this, I'm gonna sand all this and clean it up, and then I'm gonna clean it with some alcohol. And then I'll use the thermal paste and then put it on the controller. Let's do this. Alright, so I've got both surfaces prepared with some thermal paste on each side. Now I'm going to go ahead and screw these down and then put a little drop of silicone to keep the screws from backing out. Then I'll put a little drop of silicone on the bottom to keep water from coming in, because that is the side that faces the wheel for cooling. So this is the heat sink, so let's do that next. Looks pretty good. Got the area all cleaned up here. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, fold my laundry, reassemble this bad boy. So here we are, we're back at the Railyard, and we've got the controller here. This is our new and improved non-blown controller. This guy goes in here. One of the reasons that this took me so long was that I had to take and put this new black controller onto this heatsink here. So now that we got that done, we'll go ahead and get this installed. It helps us keep the screw from backing out. So I like to put just a little drop there. You'll notice I also did it on each of these and each of those up there as well. Alright, so now we're going to get the motor wires connected back up. Moment of truth here. Like you saw, turned it on and nothing happened. I think I saw a little wisp of smoke, which is really not good. Monday, but that was probably get out of here, head back home first thing Monday as soon as I can get my car fixed. But yeah, all in all, guys, I think it was a really productive trip to Bentonville. I'm looking forward to my next trip. It's probably going to be to ride with the Hellion team during Bike Week, which is coming up here in June. So that's going to conclude this episode as well as this week of planning. See you guys soon. Bye. Back in Kansas. Back at it again in Kansas.